Well, good morning, 6:24 a.m. Sunrise is at 7:05 a.m. and I'm at a place called Short Point down in Merimbula. No cloud in the sky, so it's going to be more about the rocks and the sea than the colour. I can start to see the colour on the horizon, so it's starting to happen, but we'll see how we go. I came down here yesterday and did a bit of a recce, which is always good advice if you're going to be shooting near the sea. Sometimes it's good to come and check it out in daylight before you come down here, look up wherever you are in the dark, because it's very rocky, and of course I got to see how the waves were crashing up and where they were crashing up, so I could sort of see what was a safe area, what wasn't a safe area. And I came at the time yesterday when the tide is at the exact same number of meters as it is this morning, or will be at sunrise. So it's on its way out. It's slightly higher than what it was when I was here yesterday checking it out. It's a marvellous bit of coastline, just amazing. Just amazing. I've got the whole place to myself, which always also amazes me in some ways, because if you're going to watch the sunrise, these are the places to do it from. Just amazing. Making my way across to where I want to shoot from, and making sure it's going to be safe. Just watching these waves. Just making sure there's not a freak wave every, sort of set of 7 or whatever it is, because getting washed away is not high on my bucket list of things I want to do. I've just been watching to see what these waves do, and so far I haven't seen any big ones really go crazy. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to put my camera gear, because you can get a freak wave, so it's a good idea just to put it away somewhere further away, and then just bring down to the water's edge what you actually need. And I haven't seen any real big waves yet, so not much of a swell. Looks like there's a bigger wave coming now, so that'll give me a bit of an idea of what's likely to happen. And if this one doesn't sort of wet around where my feet are, then I think I'm set. I'm good to go. Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, perfect. Perfect. So I've got an idea of what it's going to do. Alright, we're all set up now, just waiting for the right waves to hit. And as the water crashes around this rock, hitting the shutter, I'm hoping for something amazing, which will happen. So really I'm just waiting for a nice big wave to give me a lot of whitewash up right in front of the camera. There you go. So here's a big one. Wait for the water to come right up, and then shut the shutter. Yeah, that's really nice. just, I know, sorry, I haven't been really focusing on you right there, have I? Spending a bit of time getting the camera set up. That's one of the hard things with the vlogging when you're holding the camera. It's good when the boss comes. Yeah, it's every now and then a big wave comes, but the little ones are good too. This gives us a different sort of an image. It may even work out being better. Now with the sun just about to come up on the horizon, I'm starting to get some blown highlights, so I've got to be careful. So what I've got is I've got the Nikon D810. I've got the leaf filter kit on the front. That is a what's called a hard grade, so you can see that hard line across there, and it's positioned right on the horizon, and the idea is that just gets rid of the harshness of the highlights on the horizon. It's a 0.6 hard grade, so it's just taking out you know, that little bit of harshness. I find if you go too dark sometimes you can sort of see it vignettes on the top of the frame, because it's not a reverse grade, which is what a lot of photographers use for getting rid of that pre-sunrise light on the horizon. I've got it on aperture priority at f9, which is what I find works really well, especially for this lens. At the moment it's 1.3 seconds, so I'm getting a decent shutter speed. The water's moving really fast, so all I need is a second. I'm going to get some nice water blur without that, you know, without getting the misty look, which I don't want this morning. I really want to capture the movement of the water, that creamy, you know, amazing sort of force of nature. And ISO 64, so my ISO is as low as I can go. In manual focus, I've set the focus already using autofocus, then I'll switch it back to manual. You've seen me do that many times. And then I'm just waiting for the perfect wave, so it's just about waiting, and when the waves come right up and crash up here, just waiting. The sunrise, when the sun comes up, it's going to be terrible, so because it's just going to be harsh light in my face. I'll do my best to handle it. I might do some HDR, but I'm just hoping to get some nice big waves. I've had one or two and haven't seen any since. From a sunrise perspective, sunrise is not for another 15 minutes, so I'm sure I'll see another big wave in the next 15 minutes. I'm using this leading line here, and then I've got this bigger rock here. It's a bigger wave, not quite big enough. The water sometimes comes right up here. So what I'm sort of waiting for is for the whole thing to fill up with the water, and then when the water backwashes back out, that's when I'm taking my photo, and it's quite a cool effect, because then you get this creamy white dragging back off into the ocean. I've got that rock in my composition as well, so sort of something like that. And it just, you know, that rock sitting on the intersection of the 2/3, it all works really well. Now that's a big wave coming. Here we go. I'm going to try and take two photos this time. One when it first crashes in, and then one when the water starts to go out. So there's the first one, and then I'm going to take another one right now. Awesome. And there's that. Oh, that worked really nicely. There's a set of them coming, so we'll get this next lot coming now. So this big one now, once again we'll do the same thing. As it crashes into this big rock, I'll shoot. Let's see, here we go. And then when it goes back out, we'll get another one, and I reckon we'll get a third one. So the good thing about doing that is you're sort of, with one wave, you're getting a bite at all three cherries. So let's have a look and see. So that was the first one, pretty cool. So it's the second one there, it filled up with all the water. Then the third one. Yeah, I actually like it when they're crashing into the rock, so I might try and change my composition a bit to get zoomed right in like that. Make that rock a real feature. And as the water crashes around that rock, I'm going to try that. And I think that'll look quite good as well. Let's move the composition slightly to the right. Something like that. That way we've got this leading line here. I'll just put the big stopper in to see what sort of a shot I'll get with that in. The sun's about to rise, so what do we got? It's 6:58, so we've got like 8 minutes left until the sun rises itself. And I thought I'll just try some really long exposures to see how that goes. But yeah, just waiting for the waves to do the right things. Always the challenge. So from a sunrise point of view, sunrise is in 1 minute. I can see it about to press the horizon. And I've taken the big stopper out because it wasn't working for me, and I've put the CPL in for no other reason really than to reduce the light coming into the lens by a couple of stops, and you do get that. So it allows me to let F11 now to have a 1 second exposure still and capture that movement. I did spin it around just to get rid of some of the reflections, but it's not what I'm using it for. This morning I'm just using it to cut down some of the light so I can continue to take those exposures around the 1 second mark. The tide's gone out that little bit further now where I'm just not getting the bigger waves coming in anymore. I haven't seen one for a while. So I think this spot may have run its dash, and I need to come up with another idea in a second, because I think once that sun comes up I need to shoot away from the sun, so I'll be moving positions. Looks like we've just got a couple more decent waves coming in, nothing too big. I'll just wait for those and then make a decision as to what I'm going to do. Well, the sun is well and truly up now, as you can probably see it on my face, but I've got a composition that is not directly into the sun, so I'm just going to keep shooting, and hopefully that beautiful sunlight will really help with my image. I've moved my camera slightly to the right as well. I'm just hoping to catch the water as it goes around this rock. It may even be worth my while getting down a bit lower. I think I will now and just try a different position. Alright, so I've moved again. Just trying to take advantage of that really nice golden light from the sun and sunrise. Got myself down onto the rock platform. A little bit closer to the action, but at worst my feet are going to get wet. It's nothing too crazy, unless a real, like a tsunami came, I'm going to be okay. Although when big waves come, I'm going to put this the vlogging camera down, just in case I do need to move something or grab something. But yeah, it looks like the tide's sort of definitely on its way out now, and sunrise is no, sunrise was how long ago? 15 minutes ago now, so really going to have to wind it up pretty shortly, just trying to get the last couple of shots. But F13, I'm still getting 1 second with the CPL, and it's got a couple of big waves now, so sorry about that. When the big waves come, I just want to be ready to grab the tripod, just in case they're so big they start washing things away. But as I was saying, just about ready to pack up. And pretty happy. I got some nice shots. It's always hard. It's hard when the sky doesn't have cloud in it, for me anyway. I really, when I'm doing this type of thing, like the colour in the sky as well. It really brings an image to life. Although, you know, it's a beautiful spot and I've got some great shots. Water movement really helps a lot, which is good. So I think we've nailed that this morning, which is good. Just watching the waves as I talk to you. I think there's a couple more bigger ones coming in. If you've enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And until next time, have fun with your cameras. Get out there and take some photos.